examining, purifying, converting, and modeling data with the intention of emphasizing relevant information, generating recommendations, and assisting in decision-making is the process of data analysis. Data cleaning is a step in the multi-phase process of data analysis. Data cleaning is a crucial process that involves inspecting and correcting mistakes in the data. Data entering is one time when data cleaning can be done. It is crucial that no information be discarded throughout the data cleansing process. When changing variables, all data should be preserved, that is, both the old and new values should be stored, either in a separate data collection or under a different variable name. Every change made to the data set needs to be meticulously and properly recorded. As soon as feasible, the data's quality should be examined. Some inquiries are made during preliminary data quality checks. Have choices affected the variable's distribution? To determine whether data cleaning has had unintended impacts on the data, the distribution of the variables before and after. Data cleaning are compared. Analysis of missing observations is also done. Are there a lot of missing values, or are they missing at random? The data's missing observations are examined to see whether they are randomly absent or account for more than 25% of the values. Examination of the most severe observations in order to determine wildly observed data are analyzed. Should they appear to deviate from the distribution, seek outliers. Dropout. This needs to be noted in the preliminary stages of data processing. Non-response. It is important to determine whether this is random or not during the first step of data analysis. At this point, the features of the data sample can be evaluated.
Data coding. Searching through the data for information that is relevant to addressing the research question is what you should do. The research question's precision and concreteness provide you with an idea of what to seek for. Your query makes it clear which parts should be coded and which should wait for a different query. Another question: summarize what you are seeing in a paragraph, phrase, headline, or label. Give the coded material labels that extend beyond the research question and literature review. New discoveries and observations ought to yield new classifications. Never introduce theories from your field of study that appear to be related to your data. While you code, you should be connected to the data and not just relate it to or classify it based on theories you are familiar with. Remind yourself that you will need to provide an explanation for your assertions and inferences drawn from the data. So avoid coding based just on what you wish to find. Someone else has to be able to understand what you're saying. Try coding the data as if you were a total newbie who only knew what was contained in it and had no further knowledge, presumptions, or values. Consider this when coding. Do the data actually support this? Could I use this text alone to explain something to someone else? Instead of finding a story, analysis involves co-creating one with the facts. Create a conceptual schema using the facts. This schema should address the research questions, be logical, and go beyond the obvious. This is the crucial action. This will allow you to bring something new to the field, experiment with alternative arrangements of your ideas to develop a conceptual schema. Developing a conceptual schema can be a time-consuming procedure. Have patience. Because you want to finish the procedure, don't use the most obvious schema. In conclusion, the researcher has several duties to complete after gathering data. Arranging the data that has been gathered so that it can be analyzed, verifying the data for accuracy and consistency, minimizing and condensing the data, searching the data for trends, and building explanations through the testing of hypotheses. In contrast to data analysis in quantitative research, data analysis in qualitative research involves more complexity. Typically, taped interviews are employed in quantitative research. The researcher finds it difficult to analyze interviews that have been taped. The researcher must complete a number of tasks, including full or partial transcription of audio tapes, verifying the information for accuracy and consistency in transcription, coding the data, classifying the code, distilling the data, and formulating theories or creating justifications. Therefore, judgments about whether to require a thorough transcription of the entire tape must be made at the data analysis phase of qualitative research. A complete transcription is required for any significant academic research. Transcribing accurately is vitally important when data is gathered through semi-structured interviews that adhere to a list of themes in an interview guide. Thematic analysis is also performed. You can analyze the themes independently of one another when conducting loosely organized interviews, in which participants' replies do not neatly fit into predetermined boxes for answers to specific questions. Related thematic elements are grouped together in order to establish and extend broader explanatory categories. Unlike quantitative research, where coding is simple, qualitative research requires a great deal of complexity and labor.